Chapter 10, Goal Setting. Setting and achieving your goals. On the journey to life's highway, keep your eyes upon the goal. Focus on the donut, not upon the hole. Anonymous. Knowledge helps you to reach your destination, provided you know what the destination is. An ancient Indian sage was teaching his disciples the art of archery. He put a wooden bird as the target and asked his disciples to aim at the eye of the bird. The first disciple was asked to describe what he saw. He said, I see the trees, the branches, the leaves, the sky, the bird and its eye. The sage was asked this disciple to wait. Then he asked the second disciple the same question, and he replied, I only see the eye of the bird. The sage said, Very good, now shoot. The arrow went straight and hit the eye of the bird. Unless we focus, we cannot achieve our goal. It is hard to focus and concentrate, but it is a skill that can be learned. Keep your eyes upon the goal. On July 4, 1952, Florence Chadwick was on her way to becoming the first woman to swim the Catalina Channel. She had already conquered the English Channel. The world was watching. Chadwick fought the dense fog, the bone-chilling cold, and the sharks. She was striving to reach the shore, but every time she looked through her goggles, all she could see was the dense fog. Unable to see the shore, she gave up. Chadwick was disappointed when she found out that she was only half a mile from the coast. She quit, not because she was a quitter, but because her goal was not in sight anyway. The elements did not stop her. She said, I am not making excuses. If only I had seen the land, I could have made it. 2 months later, she went back and swam the Catalina Channel. This time, in spite of the bad weather, she had her goal in mind and not only accomplished it, but beat the men's record by 2 hours. Why are goals important? On the brightest sunny day, the most powerful magnifying glass will not set a piece of paper afire if you keep moving the glass. But if you focus the light and hold it on one spot, the paper will burn. This is the power of concentration. A man was traveling and stopped at an intersection. He asked an elderly man, Where does this road take me? The elderly person asked, Where do you want to go? The man replied, I don't know. The elderly person said, Then take any road. What difference does it make? How true. As a Cheshire cat in Alice in Wonderland told Alice, when you don't know where you are going, any road will take you there. Suppose the soccer team is all charged up, enthusiastically ready to play a game. When someone takes the goal post and goal lines away, what would happen to the game? There is nothing left. How do you keep score? How do you know you have arrived? Enthusiasm without direction is like wildfire and leads to frustration. Goals give a sense of direction. Would you board a train or a plane without knowing where it was going? Of course not. Then why do people go through life without having any goals? Dreams. Great minds have purposes, others have wishes. Washington Irving. People confuse goal with dreams and wishes. Dreams and wishes are nothing more than desires. Desires are weak. Desires become strong when they are supported by direction, dedication, determination, discipline, and deadlines. These are what differentiate a desire from a goal. Goals are dreams with a deadline and an action plan. Goals can be worthy or unworthy. It is passion, not wishing, that turns dreams into reality. Step to turn a dream into reality. Number 1. Have a definite, clear written goal. Number 2. Have a plan to accomplish and write it down. Number 3. Read the first 2 twice a day. Why don't more people set goals? The men who try to do something and fail are infinitely better than those who try to do nothing and succeed. Lloyd Jones. There are many reasons why people don't set goals, including number 1. A pessimistic attitude, looking for the pitfalls rather than possibilities. Number 2. Fear of failure, thinking, what if I don't make it? People feel subconsciously that if they don't set goals, they can't fail. But they are failures nevertheless. For having no goals is the sign of failure. Number 3. Fear of success. Low self-image or fear of having to live up to their success causes some people to fear success. Number 4. A lack of ambition. A result of our value system and a lack of desire to live fulfilled life, our limited thinking prevents us from progress. There was a fisherman who every time he caught a big fish would throw it back into the river, keeping only the smaller ones. A man watching this unusual behavior asked the fisherman why he was doing this. The fisherman replied, because I have a small frying pan. Most people never make it in life because they are carrying a small frying pan. That is limited thinking. Number 5. A fear of rejection. Worrying that if I don't make it, what will other people say? Number 6. Procrastination. Thinking someday I will set my goals. This ties in with a lack of ambition. Number 7. Low self-esteem. Because a person is not internally driven and has no inspiration. Number 8. Ignorance of the importance of goals. Nobody taught them and they never learned the importance of goal setting. Number 9. A lack of knowledge about goal setting. People don't know the mechanics of setting goals. They need a step-by-step guide so that they can follow a system. Goal setting is a series of steps. When you buy a plane ticket, what does it say? Starting point, destination, class of travel, price, starting date, expiry date. If you ask most people what is their one major objective in life, they would probably give you a vague answer such as I want to be successful, be happy, make a good living, and that is it. Those are small wishes and none of them are clear goals. Goals must be SMART. SMART stand for number 1, S, specific, the statement. I want to lose weight is a wishful thinking. It becomes a goal when you pin yourself down to I will lose 10 pounds in 19 days. Number 2, M, must be measurable. If you cannot measure it, you cannot accomplish it. Measurement is a way of monitoring your progress. Number 3, A, achievable. Achievable means that your goal should be challenging, but it should not be out of reach, or the pursuit of your goal becomes disheartening. Number 4, R, realistic. If your goal is to lose 50 pounds in 30 days, you are being unrealistic. Number 5, T, time bound. You should set a starting date and a finishing date to reach your goal. Goals can be number 1, short term up to 1 year. Number 2, mid-term up to 3 years. Number 3, long-term up to 5 years. Goals can be longer than 5 years, but then they become a purpose of life. And having a purpose is very important. Without a purpose, you are like to develop tunnel vision where you are obsessed only with achieving your goals. Goals are more easily achieved if they are broken into small ones. Life is hard by the yard, but by the inch it's a cinch. Gian Gordon. Goals must be balanced. Our life is like a wheel with the 6 spokes. Number 1, family. Our beloved ones are the reason to live and make a living. Number 2, financial. Represent our career and the things that money can buy. Number 3, physical. Without your health, nothing makes sense. Number 4, mental. This represents knowledge and wisdom. Number 5, social. Every individual and organization has a social responsibility, without which society starts dying. Number 6, spiritual. Your value system represents ethics and character. If any of these spokes is out of alignment, your life goes out of balance. Take a few minutes to just consider if any one of these spokes were missing, what would your life be like? Balance. In 1923, 8 of the wealthiest people in the world met. Their combined wealth, it is estimated, exceeded the wealth of the government of the United States. At that time, these men certainly knew how to make a living and accumulate wealth. But let's examine what happened to them 25 years later. Number 1, President of the largest steel company Charles Schwab lived on borrowed capital for 5 years before he died bankrupt. Number 2, President of the largest gas company Howard Hudson went insane. Number 3, one of the greatest commodity traders Arthur Cutten died insolvent. Number 4. President of the New York Stock Exchange Richard Whitney was sent to jail. Number 5. A member of President Cabinet Albert Fall was pardoned from jail to go home and die in peace. Number 6. The greatest bear on Wall Street, Jesse Livermore, committed suicide. Number 7. President of the world's greatest monopoly, Ever Kruger, committed suicide. Number 8. President of Bank of International Settlement, Leon Fraser, committed suicide. What they forgot was how to make a life. It is stories like these that gave the readers the false impression that money is the root of all evil. That is not true. Money did not cause their problems. Money provides food for the hungry, medicine for the sick, and clothes for the needy. Money is only a medium of exchange. In fact, it was the pursuit of money to the exclusion of the other five spokes in their lives that caused the downfall. We need two kinds of education, one that teaches how to make living and one that teaches us how to live. There are people who are so engrossed in their professional lives that they neglect their families, health and social responsibility. Ironically, if asked why they do this, they probably would reply that they were doing it for their families. Our kids are sleeping when we leave home. They are sleeping when we come home. 20 years later, we turn around and they are all gone. We have no family left. That is sad. Quality, not quantity. It is not uncommon to hear that it is not the quantity of the time that we spend with our families, but the quality that matters. Just think about it. Is it really true? Supposing you went to the best restaurant in a town where they gave you white glove service with cutlery from England, crockery from France, chocolates from Switzerland, and on and on. You pick up the gold plated menu and ordered a dish of barbecue chicken. The waiter within a minute brought back a small cube of the most delicious prepared chicken. You ate it and asked, "Is that all I am going to get?" The waiter replied, "It is not the quantity but the quality that matters." I hope the message is clear. Our families need both quality and quantity. You can't mandate quality time. You can't say now we will spend quality time with each other. Moments of quality comes out of a larger quantity of experience. When adults were asked to recall their fondest childhood memories, they recalled moments such as their mother bringing them a cool drink and reading them a story when they were sick. Out of the time spent in mundane situations with friends and family members come precious moments like sharing a joke or insight, receiving a smile of encouragement when it is most needed, or helping a friend through a tough time. Health. If you lose your health in the process of earning money, then you lose money in trying to regain your health. Social responsibility. In the process of making money, if we neglect our social responsibilities and let society deteriorate, we will become a victim ourselves. Scrutinize your goals. A person who aims at nothing never misses. Aiming low is the biggest mistake people make. Winners see objectives, losers see obstacles. Goals should be challenging enough to motivate yet realistic enough to avoid discouragement. Anything we do either takes us closer to our goal or further away. Each goal must be evaluated in light of the following, similar to the Rotary Club four-way test. Number 1. Is it the truth? Number 2. Is it fair to all concerned? Number 3. Will it get me goodwill? Number 4. Will it get me health, wealth and peace of mind? Number 5. Is it consistent with my other goals? Number 6. Can I commit myself to it? The following example failed the test. A. If one of a person's goal is to be the embodiment of good health with no money, it is quite obvious that it will be hard to survive. That means it is not consistent with their other goals. B. A person could make all the money in the world, yet if he loses his family and health, it is not worth it, is it? C. A person could make $1 million by selling drugs, but then for the rest of his life, he would be running from the law. This kind of behavior would be socially reprehensible, illegal, and take away peace of mind and goodwill. Evaluate each of your goals by putting it to the 6-question test above and make sure all your goals are in congruence. Goals without action are empty dreams. Action turns dream into goals. Even if a person misses his goals, It does not make him a failure. Delay does not mean defeat. It only means we have to revise our plan to reach our target. Just like a camera needs focus to take a good picture, we need goals to make a productive life. Don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it. The time will pass anyway. We might just as well put the passing time to the best possible use. Earl Nightingale. Goals should be consistent with our values. Goals lead to purpose in life. It is the starting point of our success. Aim for the moon. Even if you miss, you will become one of the stars. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. Henry Ford. All of us in this world have a purpose in life. And that purpose, of course, varies from person to person. An orchestra would be pretty dull if everyone played the same instrument. Make no little plans. They have no magic to stir men's blood. Make big plans. Aim high in hope and work. Daniel H. Burham. It doesn't matter where we are. What really matters is in what direction we are heading. Effort and courage without purpose is wasted. Worry leads to negative goal setting. It is thinking about things that you don't want to happen. Activity is not the same as accomplishment. Do not confuse motion and progress. A rocking horse keeps moving but does not make any progress. Alfred M. Monotaparet. There is big difference between activity and accomplishment. This was demonstrated by a French scientist named Fabre. He conducted an experiment with processionary caterpillars. These caterpillars instinctively follow the one in front of them. Fabre arranged them in a circle on the rim of a flower pot. Thus, the lead caterpillar was behind the last one. Fabre put pine needles food for the caterpillars. In the center of the flower pot, the caterpillars kept traveling around in a circle on the pot's rim. Eventually, after a week of circling around, they dropped dead of exhaustion and starvation with food only inches away from them. We need to learn a lesson from the caterpillars. Just because you are doing something doesn't mean you are getting anywhere. One must evaluate one's activity in order to have accomplishment. A man was out driving with his wife and his wife said, "Honey, we are going the wrong way." The husband replied, "Who cares? We are making a great time." If we confuse activity with accomplishment, we could be making a great time but we won't get anywhere. Meaningless goals. A farmer had a dog that used to sit by the roadside waiting for vehicles to come around. As soon as one came, he would run down the road, barking and trying to overtake it. One day, a neighbor asked the farmer, "Do you think your dog is ever going to catch a car?" The farmer replied, "That is not what bothers me. What bothers me is what would he do if he ever caught one." Many people in life behave like that dog that is pursuing meaningless goals. Now let's move to action plan. A good plan executed now is better than a perfect plan next week. General George S. Patton Jr. Number 1. Define success. What does not it mean to you? Number 2. List the goals that would lead you to success. Why are these goals important? Number 3. Identify the specific goals you want to accomplish in 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. For each goal, list smaller specific measurable steps you can start now to achieve them. Add deadlines to each step. Goal. Action necessary to accomplish goal target. Data for 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years.